Hi, my name's Daz, and I'm the producer of The Drift, and it's now approaching that holiday season where we'll all be taking a bit of a break away from what we've been up to, both at work and obviously on The Drift as well. So this is kind of sort of the last sort of diary for this year, I suppose. So to sort of bring up to speed on where things are at, well, we've now bought and built our render farm. A render farm is, for those who don't know, is basically a collection of computers that are networked together, which allow us to turn all the CGI into videos, which we can then put into the movie. It's more complex than that, but that's it in a nutshell. In order for all the spaceships to fly around, they have to be turned into a video. So, and it takes a long time to do that, and we've been working on processes both in terms of workflow of how we get information around to how long it takes to render. So to give an example, when we first started rendering, well actually when we really started first rendering, it was taking 30 minutes to an hour per second, which was ridiculous. And then so we realised we had to change a few settings. For a lot of default settings on the programs that we would never need anyway. So we switched all those off, and then we got it down to about sort of 12-13 minutes a second, and then I think at the moment now we've got it down to about 8 minutes, down even possibly into 5 minutes, depending on what they are. But that's per second. So if you think 25 seconds, 25 frames in a second, you can start, and there's probably around about, we think about 25 minutes of pure CGI in the movie. That's a lot. And then also the backgrounds as well to do. So you start doing the maths, and you can see it could take a very, very long time to produce all those. So we've worked out with the number of computers that we have, with absolutely no problems at all, which we'll have lots of. I think it's going to be about 35 to 45 days of rendering. Now that isn't something that just happened like in a window. The idea is as you produce a shot, then things would be put into the render farm and move forward. And we're also looking in the new year, once we've tested completely the actual with real film shots. Once we've tested in-house, now we have the render facility to do that. We're then going to look at outsourcing footage as well, outsourcing rendering, basically looking for people who've got same software who can render stuff for us as well, and that will hopefully bring down that sort of render time. So that's a really good thing. Helen's been sort of working on finalising all the shots. I think I mentioned in the last diary that we've now got like a proper list, so that's now so we had that, and now what we've done with that list, we've now tried to apply the workflows from the past, learning the lessons from before, and using some of our existing artists out and about to do a few shots for us, just to see how that's working out, and that's working out quite nicely. We're about 4 or 5 artists who are doing about 4 or 5 shots, some doing a bit more for us over the last couple of weeks, again before the holidays sort of kick in. So that's been great. So we're kind of sort of setting ourselves up now for 2014. The film isn't going to be ready anytime soon, but it is moving forward. And I think it's always worth remembering it again at the end of the day that we're quite a very small team. So there are only so many hours available in the week, and we've only got so many people who can stay for the long term. Clearly that makes it take longer just to get the film finished. But the great thing is that we're in a position where we know what needs to be done now, and it is just a matter of doing that. So that's really good. James, who's working on the score, has sent the latest sort of edits on the score, and that's looking really, really, really cool, or sounding really, really, really cool. Massive difference. It makes such a big difference. So, and I'm going to be meeting up with him in the new year, so taking that forward. Sound effects and stuff are moving forward quite nicely as well. I'm doing most of those. We had some additional help from some guys from Noise for Manchester, and some students at the University of Lincoln have given us a few sort of few sound effects to play with, some of which have gone in. So that's really useful, and certainly got me thinking about different types of style and sounds as well. So a real sort of valuable contribution there. And I've also started looking at grading and stuff like that to think about how we're going to start finalising the look and feel of the movie once it's all done. So the plan is good. We have some people in the new year. We're going to be looking for more artists to help out with compositing and finalising, but we're almost there. We're just about ready to start asking for more people, but we need to just get a few things tied up first, so that when we get these people, we're not mucking them around. Same as before. So we had it with the chroma keying and a few of the other types of shots and tracking and stuff that we did for the first round, which is all done and dusted and brilliant. We got loads of help for that. That's now done. It's the next sort of level, sort of squashing together all the different layers of stuff and getting that done as well, and finding those people who have got the same sort of outlook that we have in terms of how we make these films and why we make these films, and are they in it for the long haul, or are they just going to do a couple of shots for us? And again, that does have a bearing on who we can use and how we can use their shots. So that's coming up in 2014. So that's all cool. I think that's about it, really. There's not much else to say. The film's looking pretty smart. The pre-visuals are mostly all done now, so we can start looking about what's going on in the movie. And I think it's a great time, I suppose, for me certainly to say a big thanks to everyone in 2013 who's helped, all the artists. It's been a busy year. It's been a turbulent one, but that's the nature of the beast with this kind of thing. But without all these people giving us a shot, 2 shots, 10 shots, 20 shots, some have done, well, a couple of the guys have done over 700 shots, which is a ridiculous number, but that's what it takes. So without these guys and girls, it wouldn't be anywhere near the state that we're at the moment. So things are looking very good. I'm really glad that we've had these guys and girls to help us. It's allowed us to make the film as good as we can possibly make it, which means a lot. So there we go. That's it, I think. Just to wish you all, a Merry Christmas and a prosperous 2014. I think I'm going to carry on watching the movie and write some more notes about things I need to sort out with it. And I'll see you all next year.